Customer Portal is a feature available to all VITA and TCE sites with a TaxSlayer Pro Online license. This feature integrates with scanned documents to allow taxpayers to send, receive, and review documents electronically. The site administrator controls preparer access to the Customer Portal through security templates. With Customer Portal, you can request that the taxpayer upload electronic documents, share a copy of the return for quality review, ask the taxpayer to sign documents, share a copy of the signed return, exchange chat messages with the taxpayer, and let the taxpayer view the return status. As the site administrator, you can control access to the Customer Portal. Use security templates to allow preparers to access the feature. Click Security Templates. Click Edit for the security template you want to change. If you need to set up a new security template, you can add Customer Portal access when you set up the template. If you're using a security template assigned by TaxSlayer, it already has both Customer Portal and scanned documents enabled. See the Setting Up Security Templates lesson for more information on setting up security templates. Find and select the Customer Portal checkbox. You will also need to make sure the preparers using Customer Portal have access to scanned documents. Select that checkbox or see the Scanned Document Program lesson for more information on setting up and using the Scanned Documents program. Click Continue. First, we'll look at how to use Customer Portal from the tax preparer side. Later in this lesson, we'll review how to guide a taxpayer through using Customer Portal. Taxpayers do not automatically have access to the Customer Portal. You need to send an invitation to set up the portal. You can send an invitation from the Taxpayer menu or the left navigation panel while preparing a return. You can also send the invitation from the Submission page after you complete return preparation. Click Create Customer Portal or Customer Portal depending on which method you use. TaxSlayer Pro Online defaults the phone number and email address from the return. Verify or type the information for one of these methods. If you type both, TaxSlayer Pro Online defaults to the taxpayer's email address. When you finish, click Continue. If the taxpayer loses the link, you can resend it. Click Create Customer Portal. Verify the information and click Resend Link. After a taxpayer sets up their Customer Portal account, you can make tax return documents available to the taxpayer for review and signature. Click Send Tax Return Documents to Customer Portal on the Submission page. Remember, you won't see this button until after the taxpayer sets up the Customer Portal account. The taxpayer can now view the documents from their Customer Portal account. After the taxpayer signs the tax return, you can see the taxpayer's signature in the Electronic Signature section of the Submission page. After a taxpayer uploads documents, you can access them from Scanned Documents. For full instructions on using scanned documents, see that lesson. For now, remember that you can click Scanned Documents from the Taxpayer menu in an open return. You can see the uploaded document in the list, when the taxpayer uploaded it, and you can download or delete the documents as needed. You can exchange chat messages with a taxpayer after they've created a Customer Portal account. When you log in to TaxSlayer Pro Online, you can see the chat box at the lower left of the page. If you have unread messages from taxpayers, you can see how many unread messages you have here. Click the chat box to expand it. Here, you can see the email addresses of all taxpayers with a Customer Portal account. If you have an unread message, the taxpayer's email address is orange with the number of messages sent. If you need to search for a taxpayer, start typing their email address in the Filter App Users box. Click the taxpayer's email address to start or view a conversation. TaxSlayer Pro Online displays the chat history with a date and time stamp for all messages. If you need to send a taxpayer a message, type the message. Click Send Message. Now that we've looked at how to use Customer Portal for the tax preparer, You need to know how to use the feature as a taxpayer so you can guide taxpayers through using it. When you send the taxpayer a link, TaxSlayer Pro Online sends it through either text or email. Direct the taxpayer to click the link in the message. Type a username. The username needs to be unique. If the taxpayer chooses a username that is being used by another taxpayer, Customer Portal lets them know that the username is already taken and they can type another username. The taxpayer should also choose a password. This password has the same requirements you remember from creating your TaxSlayer Pro Online account. Make sure the taxpayer creates a password that uses between 8 and 25 characters and has at least one lowercase character, one uppercase character, one special character, and one number. Let the taxpayer know that they should type the email and phone number they want associated with the Customer Portal account. Customer Portal uses this information to send verification codes. Have the taxpayer type their last name and last 4 digits of the Social Security number for verification. When the taxpayer has the information entered, click Submit. Customer Portal needs to verify the account. The taxpayer can choose to send the verification code through a text or email. Have the taxpayer find the text or email and then type the code from the message. If the taxpayer doesn't receive the code after a few minutes, you can tell them to resend it or select another verification method, then follow the same steps. Click Verify. Sometimes you need additional documents or forms from the taxpayer. You can request that the taxpayer make them available to you through the Customer Portal. The taxpayer can upload a PDF, PNG, JPEG, TIFF, DOC, DOCX, XLS, or XLSX file. The file should be less than 5 megabytes, and each taxpayer can upload a maximum of 25 megabytes. Ask the taxpayer to click View Files. Click Upload Documents. The taxpayer can either drag a file from their desktop or click Drop Files here to upload. Customer Portal displays the file. If the taxpayer needs to upload an updated file later, they can select Check to overwrite existing files before uploading. Customer Portal then overwrites the file with the updated file. If you send a tax return to the taxpayer to review or sign, have the taxpayer click Preparer Files. Find the file in the list and click View. The taxpayer can use Adobe Reader to view and print the return. You can also have the taxpayer electronically sign the file. To do that, they need to have a signature on file. Click Click to Add Signature. If the taxpayer is using a touchscreen device, they can sign using the touchscreen. Otherwise, they can sign using the mouse on a computer. If the taxpayer wants to re-sign, they can click Clear. When they have completed signing, click Save. Click OK. Now, the taxpayer can click Sign on the line for the return to sign that return. If the return is a married filing jointly return, Customer Portal also allows the spouse to sign using the same steps. The taxpayer can also exchange chat messages with you. Have the taxpayer click Messages, type the message, click Send. The taxpayer can also see the status of the return, either accepted or rejected, after you transmit the return to the IRS. If the return is rejected, Customer Portal directs the taxpayer to contact you for more information. Now, you can define the purpose of the Customer Portal, set up preparer access to the Customer Portal, send a Customer Portal invitation to a taxpayer, and resend the Customer Portal link to a taxpayer. You can also access Customer Portal files uploaded by the taxpayer, chat with the taxpayer, and make tax documents available via the Customer Portal. You can guide a taxpayer through creating a Customer Portal account, uploading or reviewing files through the Customer Portal, signing a tax document in the Customer Portal, and viewing the return status through the Customer Portal. Take the quiz for this lesson.